guys! Happy 1 year! Thank you so much! I cannot even believe this. Woo! Fortnite stream has been finished. Alright, let me put on some lo-fi. Let me know if the lo-fi gets too loud. Happy, thank you. I'm so relieved. I'm so happy. I'm not relieved, actually. I'm really nervous. It's the 1 year anniversary of me becoming a streamer. I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking today, possibly some crying today. But I'm gonna breathe. Hi, Kawaii. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Happy 1 year to you. Happy 1 year, like, for everybody. Happy 1 year to this community. It's absolutely insane. I wanted to fix my sound alerts and I wanted to do some special redeems. I didn't have time because I had to work like all day. What's this? Thank you so much for the gift sub. You are absolutely amazing. Holy crap. You guys are incredible. You guys, since meeting you guys, I feel like I have grown so much as a person. It's been such a year. Holy crap. Like, I have a lot to say, and I don't know when to say it. It's pretty much party time, but I want to hang out with you guys first before I actually get started with what I want to do today. So I hope everybody is having a fabulous day. Work went well for me. I'm a little bit tired, but in a good way. In a way that I can be like, here we are. Spooky from South Park. I just have to say WA2 in the mirror 3 times and there you are. Thank you. What's this? I really appreciate it. Thank you for the gift sub. And yeah, Fortnite. I should just play Fortnite today. Like, that's what I should do. I should just play Fortnite. Crow. It's 1 week till you looked at me. Hi, Seagull. You should have called off. No, you shouldn't have. No, you shouldn't have. Thank you guys for being here, though. I really appreciate it. Schedule permitting. Be aware of your schedules. Welcome, everybody. So listen, you guys literally mean the world to me, right? Like, you know that. I hope you know that. If you don't, I'm gonna tell you that so many times today. You guys literally mean the world to me. Since I met you, I have friends now. I feel like I have a place I belong. I have a place I can go. I'm gonna cry already. It's fine. I'm just really happy. And so I wanted to do something special today. And I wanted to do something that took me out of my comfort zone because I feel like that's important sometimes. And streaming for me took me out of my comfort zone because it's scary, right? It's scary. You go up in front of a bunch of people and it's like, what are they gonna think? What's gonna happen? And yeah, the first stream I had was terrifying. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Hi, Muko! I need like a minute to set it up, but I wanted to come say hi first. So please bear with me for a minute. I'm like praying that this works. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna cry in a bad way. But it should work. I hope so. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. So thanks, guys. You guys are awesome.
Stormy weather,
Hi guys, it's me. Happy anniversary. Hi. I'm gonna cry. I'm really nervous. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hi. I don't know how webcams work, so here I am. Thank you. I appreciate it. The horns were hard. Also, I didn't know how to wear headphones, so that was also another thing. Yeah. Happy cosplay stream. Here we are. I've wanted to do this for a while, but I'm nervous. It's like definitely out of my comfort zone. I'm definitely gonna cry, but not yet. Later, probably, when I start talking about stuff. And maybe I don't know. I was gonna, listen, I have a beer on my desk, right? And I was like, I should just calm my nerves, but then I thought I would throw up. So I won't drink a beer. But I will later. Thank you. Do you like them? They're the biggest. They're the biggest I've ever done. Also, me having to look at the camera is new for me too. Like, I've never had to do that before. I could just kind of look at my computer screen. You see right now? I guess this is fine. Thank you guys. Thank you for like being here with me. I didn't think I was ever gonna do this, but on my 1-year anniversary, I was like, why not? Like, why not try something new? Thank you. Okay, I'll just look over here. I just want to look at the camera, but if I look at myself, I'm gonna get nervous, so I won't do that. So, happy 1 year. Thank you. I'm happy you're here, Seagull. Seagull's like, should I call off work for your stream? I was like, well, no. You definitely shouldn't do that. But if you did, I'd be here. Criterion, thank you so much. Criterion, like, I love Criterion. Criterion was such an inspiration for me early on because I went to his stream, right? And I was like, this is what a streamer should be. Like, this is what a community should be. And I've actually learned like a ton from you. So thank you for being my friend. Thank you guys all for being my friend. Hi, Ren Mama. How are you? Welcome in. I'm like trying my best to look at the camera. Like, I'm really trying. How do people do this? How do people do this with the face cam? That's a lot of pressure. Criterion, I saw you were playing Undertale and I was like, I really wish he didn't stream while I was sleeping because I want to see it because I love that game. Holy cow. Okay. Now that I feel like I'm not gonna die, I'm actually gonna have a sip of my beer, which is like moist now because I feel like I need it. Children's game with a friend. Dunking on kids. Don't dunk on kids. Carrot has a message. Where's Carrot? Did I miss it? Please nobody redeem sicko mode. I don't have a sicko mode reward for you. Siflo, thank you so much. Thank you for the 25 biddies. I appreciate it. Also, like, cheers to you guys. Look, it's black and red. I tried. Oh yeah. Hi, colorful. It's the cosplay IRL. Here I am. I tried hard. So listen. So I was making these horns, right? I didn't think about headphones. I didn't think about headphones for a minute. And I tried to put my headphones on. It doesn't work, right? Way too big. So I was like, what am I gonna do? Hi, Cotton. No. Stop it. Stop it. Z, thank you so much. I'm not gonna cry. I did my makeup really well. I'm not even gonna cry. Thank you. Holy crap. You're awesome. You're really just, Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh, wait. I have a thing. I have a thing. Okay, Z. I have no idea what's gonna happen with this. I have this thing that I was gonna do when something really good happened. And so what I'm gonna do is I don't know how loud it's gonna be, but here's the thing. All right, I'm just gonna point at the camera. Ready? There's smoke. Oh god. Oh god. There's smoke. I hope my floor is not on fire. Okay. I think it's okay. It's a party popper. It says, look. Party pop. That was for you, Z. It really smells bad in here now. Oh god. Hang on. Do you like my, I got this like Sakura spray. Oh, that's my water. Oh. Okay. Well, now my water smells like Sakura too. That's fine. Oh, and everything smells great. Jeez and crow. Okay. Thank you, Z. I can't get over it. I can't get over it. Cheers to Z. Z, you've helped me a lot. Like, no joke. You've helped me a lot. As a friend, as a person, as a community member. Fox, thank you so much. Holy crap. Do I have to party pop again? I'm gonna party pop again. I have a lot of these. My neighbor's gonna be so pissed off. It's okay. It's okay. Oh god. Alright, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna do that. It's so loud. It's so loud. People are gonna think I'm shooting guns. Okay. Oh god, the police are gonna come. Oh god. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're not gonna do that again. I'm gonna put the party poppers on the floor just in case I get tempted. There they go. Oh god, my neighbors are gonna hate me. That was so loud. That was so loud. I'm the worst neighbor in Japan. Thank you so much. Oh god. My neighbors generally like me. One gave me a ride home the other day. I'm also like nervous and sweaty. So let me just like fix my hair. I should have brought my comb. I should have brought my brush. That's fine. That's fine. We can make a little noise. It's okay. I'm not even gonna like fret 100% about it. Just a little bit. My poor neighbors. Dude, it's like, okay, so here in Japan it's 10:50, right? I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop fiddling with my bangs. I'm not gonna stop fiddling with my bangs. Here in Japan it's 10:50 at night, and so that's not a good thing to do. If the police come, I'd be so mad. I'd be so sad. Moonlight! Hi, how are you? Thank you guys. Like, holy crap. Thank you guys so much for everything. Once I get past, like, my horrible nervousness, I'm gonna smile so much. Yeah, right? The bangs. Also, when you work out a lot, like, your bangs just get sticky. Unless you wear a headband. I, for so long, used to rock the headband. Like, I had this yellow headband that I used to wear under my bangs, and I thought I was the coolest kid on the block. You're not supposed to make a big noise. Dame. See, jeez, crow. I gotta think of something new to do. All right, here's what I'll do. I have snacks, right? I have Trolley Octopus gummies. So every time something good happens, I'm gonna eat a gummy. That's a win-win situation. That sounds better. Honestly, I would be terrified if I heard that noise too. So like, I shouldn't do that. I am celebrating. I'm gonna like celebrate quieter now though. It's fine. There's not even that many in the pack. What's this? Thank you so much. See, what the hell? See. See, stop it. I'm just gonna eat the whole pack. See, thank you. Holy Jesus, criminy Christmas. I don't know. This is just insane. And I can't eat this because then I can't talk. I will eat it soon, but it's gonna melt in my hand. Meeting you guys has literally changed my life in like so many ways. Like it is absolutely insane. I'm just gonna. This is my fiddle. This is like my stim. What do you call it? Stimming. This is my stim. I'm just gonna stretch him. Cleveland, thank you so much. It's my nose now. Ara. Thank you, Colorful. I appreciate it. She's crazy. Z, is there anything you want? Do you want something other than popping another party? I don't know what to say. I'm just gonna eat this slowly. So these are really big, right? This is pretty big. The other day I put one in my mouth and I just like couldn't talk for 10 minutes because it's so big. So I'm just gonna like eat the legs. Actually, that's helping. That's helping me de-stress. Not stress, that's not the word. I'm nervous. I don't know how you, she's a crow. Literally, like, it's been such a positive influence. Like, so I've been in the unhealthy mindset in the past, and like even now kind of, where like, if you're not creating, you're not living, and like, after you die, like you have to leave things behind and whatever, you have to constantly be creating something. That's such an unhealthy mindset, right? Getting on Twitch, it kind of like, it changed my perspective for like what that means. Andy! Hi, Andy. I don't know what you said, but like, sorry. I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, but being on Twitch is like such a healthy outlet. Touch your nose with your tongue. I can't do it. I'm pretty good. No, I can't do it. Also, sorry if I missed chat. I'm like, holy crap. But yes, this is a good outlet. Like, if you're the kind of person that constantly wants to be doing something or constantly needs to be busy, like, I feel like hanging out here is a good, I don't know, like, way to do that. That's not stressful, because hanging out with you is honestly, like, I can be mellow and like chill. Nix, thank you so much. Holy crap. Thank you. I really appreciate you being here. Just, I love this. I'm so happy I have this. It's just gonna be like disgustingly stretched and whatever. I'm just gonna, ugh. Thank you so much. Holy crap, I appreciate it so much. Absolutely insane. Thank you, Beef. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. How's everybody else doing? Like, I'm gonna choke on my food. I don't even know. I don't even know what's happening. Andy! Oh my god. Get an emote if you want an emote. I'll give you every emote. You painted more. What have you painted? Hi, Britters. Thank you for coming. You guys, I love Britters so much. She's one of the best people in the whole world. I mean, you all are. But seriously. Oh, criteria. That's how I feel about you. That's how I feel about you. Oh, see. Work is tough. Work is definitely hard. So this morning I was trying to like finish everything. I had to run to work. I literally ran to work and my boss was like, are you okay? Like, I was sweating, right? And I was about to start at the sports club. I was like, well, you know, just getting a head start, just like warming up. I needed that. But yeah, that was a thing. Happy 1 year. Hi, what's this? It's a thing called Mugen. Thank you flipping so much for the level 5 hype train. I don't know that I've ever had a level 5 hype train. I think I did, but it was like early on. Jesus Christ. Holy crap. You guys are crazy. You guys are amazing. Like, holy crap. Let me like eat this before it melts more, because my hands are getting sticky. Honestly, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I expected. So I still remember talking to some friends on Discord, and I was like, what if I became a VTuber? Like, just joking. I was like, what if I became a VTuber? And they were like, oh my god, that'd be crazy. And then, you know, a couple of weeks later, I was like, hey guys, I got commissioned a VTuber avatar. And actually, this is good story time, maybe. Hang on. I'm like really yucky now. So, thank you. So I commissioned an avatar, right? And I got scammed. It was like $250 was my first avatar. And the artist just like took my reference image, right? I used a reference image from like a doll maker, one of those online things. I was like, I want this kind of character. All he did was took my reference image and recolored it in like MS Paint and then sent it to me and took my $250, right? I was like so upset. I was like, I'm not gonna stream. I'm giving up. Like, this is it. It was really bad. Bye, Leaflet. Thank you so much. Thank you, Fritters. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, I didn't think I was gonna continue streaming. I was like, that's just awful. And I fought it. And it took like, I think it took like a month for my case, whatever, to actually go through. And yeah, I got my money back, like finally. And yeah, I commissioned somebody else and it went really well this time and my avatar came out beautifully and I was so happy. And so then I decided like, okay, well, what am I gonna stream? I don't know. I didn't know how to stream. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even watch Twitch. Like, that's the thing. I wasn't on Twitch before I became a streamer. So I was just like looking around on the internet. I was like, how do you get followers? And at the time, Resident Evil Village had just come out. It was like the #1 game on Twitch for a long time. And so I was like, well, you know what? I will stream Resident Evil Village. And I thought that would just like be easy. Except it wasn't. And I had one viewer. I had one viewer who came in and said hello and then left. But I didn't know how to set up my stream. So he said hello and the little hello came up in a speech bubble, right? And that was there for 3 hours. Just the word hello because nobody else said anything the whole stream. And I was so discouraged. I was like, this is awful. This is so bad. And I think I stopped playing Resident Evil Village for a while. I was like, maybe I just should play what I want to play. And I played KFC Dating Simulator. It was my second game that I played. I know, don't cry in the shower. I didn't even cry in the shower. I was just like, this is kind of dumb. Like, I don't know how anybody makes it on Twitch. Be nice. Pfft, that's so easy. Let me talk about Z because Z deserves all the niceness. And then I'll continue my streaming story. Z has been awesome. Actually, I wanted to talk about how we ended up like meeting like our whole circle. Z is awesome. So one of the first communities I ever actually got into was Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, which is ironic because I only streamed that one day for like 2 hours. But for some reason, it was the most welcoming community I had, and I met like Crazy Dave, I met Duelin, I met Silver, and Z through that community. I just met like so many cool people. But Z has just like been amazing. Like on stream, off stream, in his streams, in other people's streams. Z is like such a supportive, amazing person. And I know like every single time I go into Z stream, he's like, Mugen! Like super cheery. I get so happy. I get such a dopamine rush every time I hear him say that. And it's awesome. Like absolutely insane. Z is great. If you guys aren't following Z, you absolutely should be. His streams are very funny. And he's like best friends with so many of the same people that I'm best friends with. So there you go. So much chaos, so much laughter. The death chip challenge. Let me tell you this. When I was in Tokyo I met up with Otto, one of my mods. That was like flipping an incredible experience for me. We were like on the train home and I was using my data. I was like, I have to watch Z's stream. And we were like huddled over my phone with no sound because it's a Japanese subway, like watching Z eat this death chip. And that is such a solid, like amazing memory for me. Like, because I just really wanted to be there for Z. For Otto, this is perfect actually. Perfect segue. Also, so thank you, Z. Thank you so much. Like, holy crap, thank you. Oto's amazing. If I talk too much about it, I probably will cry. So I'll try not to. But I like met Oto so randomly. When Oto first came into my stream, right? I saw his name in Japanese and I like panicked. I was like, no, I'm not ready for this. Like, I'm not ready to speak to someone in Japanese. And Oto knows English, which was like, I was like, okay, like I'm gonna calm down. I didn't think in that moment that that was gonna lead to something as like amazing as this. Like, Oto has become one of my best friends in the whole world. Like, it's crazy. It's really, thanks. I'm just gonna, maybe you can't see me cry if I have contacts in. Thank you for the posture check. Hi, Redhead. See, I can't talk about it. I'm just really happy. Literally. Okay. No, you didn't see that. Thanks for being my friends, though. Like, holy crap. I honestly think like that's one of the best things that's come from Twitch for me is like just making friends and like being, I don't know, like you think about like high school, right? Think about like high school and work and whatever, you know, good experiences, bad experiences. You saw the same people every day, right? And so you end up making a lot of friends like who are close to you, right? Just by what's the word? By proximity, right? And we become adults and we don't really have that anymore. And it's hard. Like, it's really hard. And like COVID happened and just COVID sucks. Like, we know that. Obviously, you know it, I know it. I became so isolated from that. And so like just coming to Twitch and like meeting you guys and seeing the same faces, not really literally faces, except today. But being able to see these people on a regular basis and like make friends during this stupid pandemic, like has meant so much to me and like so many other people. And I'm just like, I'm really, really thankful for that. Like, who knows where we might be. Okay, well, maybe that's an over-exaggeration for most people, but who knows where I would be if I hadn't discovered Twitch, you know? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, it is hard to make friends outside of school. It really is. So anyway, thank you, Otto. Sorry I cried. Thank you, Sal. I appreciate it. Thank you, Redhead. I don't know if I said thank you, but thank you. Jeez, I'm Crow. Jeez, I'm gonna say jeez, I'm Crow. I don't mean you, Crow, but like you're pretty amazing too. So thanks. Where was I? Thank you, Crazy Dave. Thank you, I appreciate it. I think will be back to 3-day tomorrow. I don't know. I was thinking about taking tomorrow off and then coming back Thursday because today was supposed to be my day off, but it wasn't. So, I don't know. We'll see. So I'll put it in the Discord. So, where was I in my streaming journey? Because I wanted to talk about that. Also, the police haven't come yet, so like, that's good. Hopefully they don't. Ara ara. What if I do like the finger? Ara ara. Thank you, Sal. Don't be mean. I'll be so mad. I'll be so mad because I just cried. I don't want to be mean. I don't know. It's okay. Like, the Fortnite challenges run a lot of people out. Be nice. I love being nice. I would be happy. To me, okay. Let me talk about this because this is something else. This past year, like pre-Twitch and then also during Twitch, like I overworked myself a lot. Like, I had so many jobs. At one point, I was working 5 jobs at the same time, and I worked and worked and worked, and I never stopped. And, you know, COVID, there's nothing else to do. I'll just get more part-time jobs. And they just kept adding up and adding up. And being an English speaker in Japan who knows Japanese, it's tough because a lot of people want that, and it's hard to say no to people. So anyway, it got really bad, and my New Year's resolution was to stop doing that. And that was one of the hardest things I've ever done. Like, as dumb as that sounds, it was really, really hard for me to, like, quit jobs, I guess. And because I like them. I do. I genuinely like working most jobs. So to have to be like, all right, like, I can't. Like, I'm running myself ragged. And a bunch of people were like, well, we can switch the time. Like, can you do here? Can you do that? And I was like, I just can't. Like, I just can't. I have no free time. And I'm really, really proud of myself for that. Like, and that's been kind of my go-to all year. But, you know, it's only May. So finally simmering down and, like, getting to enjoy myself and enjoy life and, like, even just going for walks and stuff, like random stuff that I just didn't have time for before. I'm really thankful to myself for that. So that's my be nice to me. So thank you. Thank you for the be nice to me. Oh, thank you, Crow. Crow, you're awesome. Learning to say no is very, very tough. Like, in so many situations. But I feel like part of becoming an adult, whatever, is doing that. Because, you know, it's tough. It's tough, like, knowing your own boundaries. And in a lot of things. Not just, like, you know, romantically. Not just, you know, friendship, the ones we always talk about. But also work. Like, what do you want to do for work? Or what do you want to, you know, there's a lot of things. But Senpai, are you dreaming? No. If you were, I'd be a bear. Bears are, like, all over Hokkaido right now. Every time I turn on the news, they're like, there's been a bear sighting. I'm like, okay. I hope I don't see it. Yeah, right? Exactly. Kawaii knows what I'm talking about. I really appreciate, like, meeting Kawaii and knowing Kawaii, because I feel like, I know we always joke about it, like, we're both musicians. We're both magicians. Like, we're so similar, but, like, honest to God, like, I feel like we really are. And every time I connect with him on something, like, in a healthy way, you know, like, talking about work, but talking about, like, don't overworry yourself. That's really good. Really thankful I met Kawaii. 1 year, crazy Dave. Yeah, your 1 year came, like, before mine did, because you were streaming before me. You should still do a celebration. Like, who cares when it is? Bye, Criterion. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for, like, everything. Thank you for inspiring me and having such an awesome community. And I wish our time zones weren't opposite so I can catch more of your streams. Oh, let's just burped really loud. That would be awful. Thank you, Criteria. It's just gonna be it's just gonna be me babbling and crying, probably. It's true though. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just catching up on chat. You guys are, like, popping off. Mother 3. Yeah, Mother 3. Mother 3 is crazy. I met Criterion. I met Oto. I met Kawaii. I met probably a lot of other people, but, like, a lot of cool people came from Mother 3. And thank you for hydration. I'm gonna drink beer and then water, because this is not hydration. So Crow had suggested Mother 3, right? And Crow had meant to suggest Earthbound, which is Mother 2, but accidentally asked for Mother 3, which was a game that didn't even have an official English translation. It's just fan translated. But I was like, you know, that's fine. Like, I'll play it. I want to play the Earthbound games. And yeah, the rest is history. But, like, what a beautiful history. I don't even want to talk about what my life would be like without Mother 3. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? This is such a tiny thing changes lives. It's insane. It's super insane. Oh my god. Crazy Dave, I was telling this story. Wait, were you here? I think you were here. I was just telling this story. I met you with Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, which is insane. I'm eating. Oh god. See, how can I say thank you in so many ways? Thank you. Arigato. Gracias. Oh, sign language. This is thank you. Thank you in sign language. ASL. I don't know any other thank yous. Dank you. Dank you. Is that right? Dank you. Mercy. Merci. Mercy. Oh god, I should just do bad accents. Okay. Oh, sorry. I owe you hydration from like a long time ago. Yeah, Seagull. Dude, I love Seagull. Seagull's awesome. Literally, this is so true. Like, I was just telling people I didn't really get a community until Forbidden Memories. And then through Forbidden Memories, which I only streamed one time, so many people. I met so many cool people. I am so thankful to this like insignificant PS1 game that I played for 2 hours. I'm so thankful for Crazy Dave. And you know what I still remember? I still remember I met Silver in my stream, right? Silver Warrior. Night in the Woods was a long time ago. I love Night in the Woods though. If I can get another tattoo, I would get Night in the Woods tattoo. Someday. That's on the bucket list. But yeah, Crazy Dave. Oh yeah, Silver was in my stream. I'm like, who am I talking about? Silver was in my stream. Silver ended up leaving. Crazy Dave later on was in my stream and was like, Silver Warrior just named his Digimon after you. And I was like, oh, because that was my first moment where I was like, somebody thought of me. Like somebody was thinking of me outside of my stream. Now you guys see how much I use my hands. Like I wish my VTuber had hands because I do this a lot. What was I saying? Silver named a Digimon after me and I was like, oh my god, like somebody knows who I am. And I went to Silver's stream. I was like, thank you. Like, honestly, like, no offense intended. I didn't really know who Silver was at that point, so I felt bad. Thank God. Like, I started watching him play Digimon, something. Digimon Cyber Sleuth? I don't remember what it was. But it was so fun. And Silver's been someone who, like, I can talk to outside of stream. I can talk to in stream. He's such good vibes in his own streams. Like, I'm so thankful to have met Silver. Silver also works really hard, which is inspirational. It really is. He's like on Twitch walking to work, you know, he's always like, okay, I got my hour-long walk to work. And then he's still like chatting with people and giving gift subs. I'm like, what are you doing? He's awesome. I know, it's just like, we talk like this. It's, especially, you know what I found? People who move to other countries who have a different native language, like when I went to, okay, so I've lived in Spain and Thailand and Japan. So when you want to communicate with someone, you don't really know the language that well, you like gesture all the time. And it's a habit now. Like just gesture everything that you do. Or telling stories, I feel like gestures really help. So that's something. I know, and Silver's been so busy lately. Like sometimes he streams, but it's like not during a time frame I'm there. And then days that I am free, he's not streaming. I'm like, no. So, top 5 games I played on stream. Doki Doki. Doki Doki's a huge one for me, and I'm not even crazy about Doki Doki as a game. Like it's cool, but that was when I hit, let me think, 200 followers. No, it wasn't. It was when I hit 100 followers was Doki Doki. And that was like my first like threshold that I hit. And I was like, oh my God, like 100. And it happened right during the ending of Doki Doki too. So it was like, whoa, like it was a really cool moment. But a lot of people were there and a lot of people were chatting. And so that was like one of the, not the first game, but one of the first games I was like, this is a community. Like, I know these people, kind of. And, like, it's fun. It's fun to game. It's fun to, like, chat with people. That was kind of a game that, I don't know. It just felt right. Even though it was reading, and, like, I don't really like reading games. I don't like sitting here and reading and, like, not really playing anything. Because I feel like I don't know when to, I have trouble like knowing when to stop reading and chat and then start up the game again, you know what I mean? Like, I have trouble trying to pay attention and trying to weigh those two things. But it worked out really well, so. Yeah, oh my gosh, thank you. Yeah, it's crazy. I think I'll play a horror game when I hit 666. I think that's the plan that I want to do. And if I forget, just remind me. I forget things all the time. If I didn't have Oto as a mod constantly being like, hey, don't forget to put in these sound alerts, or don't forget about this special stream, dude, I probably wouldn't even be a streamer. Like, thank God for Oto. TGFO. Tigafo. I don't know how to work a game. I have to think about it. I don't know. Oh, but, okay, so top 5 games. So, Doki Doki was one of them. What else? I honestly might say KFC Dating Simulator, just because that one's like near and dear to me. Is like the first game I enjoyed streaming. Crow was there for a good portion of that. That was really fun. I loved that. And it's so silly. It's so silly, but it was so fun. Stream sponsored by me. Well, okay. Oh, actually, yeah. Wait, no, actually it is. It is, because Oto gave me a gift card for Christmas, and I bought some of this. I bought this with that money and these contact lenses. So it technically, yeah, you're right. Wang Chao, happy anniversary. Okay, happy anniversary to me. Thank you for being here. It's 1 year. I know, right? It's crazy. This already feels good. Like. Calm. Watch me like whack my my headband off. Oh yeah, I got around the headphone thing by putting this one here. It was tough. It's horrible sound quality compared to my normal headphones, so I'm like, well, you gotta do what you can. Literally, yeah, Oto's very good at keeping track of things. Like, no joke. You'd be like the best secretary. Like, any business would be so lucky to have you. It's really good. Recommendation in Toho. I don't even know. Sometimes I come up in recommended, and like, it's not even games that I usually play. So I'm like, okay. It's odd. Oh, there's just so many people. There's the dog walker Oto. There's the photographer Oto. There's the secretary Oto. There's the cat. There's the cat Oto. Nekoto. Nekoto! Why have I never said that before? That's a good one. I don't remember that. Nekoto. Fortnite God. True. Very true. Kawaii, you're awesome. Don't play yourself like that. Also, this is another big thing for me. This community has been so positive. If I'm having like the worst day, I come here and it's like uplifting. And sometimes I wonder, like, am I just, I don't know, like, I don't want to censor people. Well, I kind of do, because I don't like swearing. Swearing just like, ugh, makes me feel bad. But I don't know, it's just, I feel like it's been cultivated in a way that like everybody's just so nice and positive, and like that means so much to me, especially when I have a bad day, especially when I've gone through rough times. This place just kind of reminds me like, no, like this is kind of what life can be if you work on it, if you work toward it, if you try to have a good attitude. This is what it should be. So I appreciate that. Took so. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna play Fortnite soon. That's crazy. So those were 2 games I really enjoyed. What else did I really liked Undertale. That's kind of a random one. I don't really have a reason why. It was just like a very chill game to play. I don't know how we went that long. That's a really good one. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Wangjo. I just don't have a good way to like moderate it to that extent. Like, people who are angry and swear like scare me, like, to be perfectly honest. But I can't be like, well, if you're angry, you can't swear. But if you're joking, you can, you know what I mean? Like, so for me, it's just like, that's fine. Yeah, I have slipped up, and like, that's human. And that's why, like, when people like when people let one loose in the chat, like, you know what, I get it. I just don't want anyone like, you know, like, rage scares me. I don't like gamer rage. If I see gamer rage, I gotta like, boop, I'm out. Like, I can't do it. Album Blanco Dos. Oh yeah. Except I haven't streamed that. That'd be crazy. That'll be tough though. Don't play Toho. Ichigo! Thanks so much for the gift sub. Thank you very much for being here. 1 year anniversary. Thank you for being part of my community. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you. I should get more sugar. I should like finish this poor two-legged octopus. Nix, it was Ghost Trick. I remember that. Because you were one of the few people who like knew what Ghost Trick was. And I was like, ah, that's so cool. Like, that was a fun game to play actually. Unsupervised IKEA desk. It's true. Those are so funny. Like, if you get it right, especially if it's a real argument and you just use like some random insult like that, it's so funny. It's so good. Senpai, don't punch holes in the wall. That's so sad. You should stream Toho. That would probably be hard to do commentary, but I have seen it. I have seen Toho streamers that like kind of do commentary. I don't know how they do it. Yeah, Ghost Trick. Ghost Trick was so fun. Ooh, okay. This one, I really enjoyed streaming, actually, Gregory Horror Show. That was one of Oto's recommendations because it was such a unique game. And like, I don't know, the community, like almost nobody had seen it before. So it was kind of fun to go through it together. So I think that was one of my more favorite streams, was that one. The spin-off, no, the shoot 'em up, the one, the bullets. And you have to like dodge. I've seen people doing like, oh hey, thanks for the raid, and like chatting, oh, how was your stream, how you doing? He wasn't really looking at chat, to be fair, because like how, but he was talking. I was like, that's crazy. He was a speedrunner. I forget who it was, but it was fun playing that Toho game. I don't know if that would be my top 5 though. I'm not sure. Metal Gear Solid, not in my top 5. I was getting really frustrated with that game. I was on the final boss for like 3 hours. Thank you guys, whoever was there. That was rough, but it was really fun. Like, my overall experience with Metal Gear Solid, really fun. But that's not the type of game that I'm good at, and not the type of game I usually enjoy that much. So, I did play Luna Nights. Oh, we're talking about me? I thought we were talking about who I rated. Yeah, I played Luna Nights, which was fun. I don't know how people speedrun. I don't know how people do it. I can't do it. Even when I try, I was like, I'm gonna beat this level as fast as I can. And then like I make one mistake and I'm like, ugh, and that's it. I did stop. Yeah, Crazy Dave, you were the first speedrunner I think I ever met. And I was like, dang. And then I met Andy. Andy I met through Pokemon Pinball. That was fun. That was a fun game to stream actually. Although part of that's just because I met Andy. Andy's awesome. Nah, but for real. That was good. You should play Luna Nights. Be nice. Be nice, so easy. To Dusty. Dude, Dusty's awesome. Dusty, to me, feels like always down for anything. Like, doesn't matter what you're playing, Dusty will pop in and be like, oh, this looks really cool. And then like start a conversation based on whatever it is, like totally open to it, regardless of whether or not you're specifically interested in something, which I think is a really good trait to have. Also being a solid community member for some of the people who I know and love the most, like that is really awesome. Just kind of being a friend that's a part of so many communities is such an important thing, because you're like a beacon that people know. So when you come in, we're like, hey, it's Dusty, and it's like good vibes. So I really appreciate that. And thank you for the Be Nice Crow. Oh God, I had so much. Yeah, Crazy Dave was like the first person who really helped me as a streamer, because I was like, I don't know how to resize the screen. I don't know how to add a new source. And Crazy Dave was like walking me through it on stream. So that was really cool. I appreciate that. Dusty needs affiliate. Okay, Dusty needs affiliate. If you guys aren't following Dusty, that'd be really cool. He's awesome. Be nice to Crow. That's so simple. Crow's literally the funniest person in the world. Like, not even joking. Crow has made me cry laugh so many times. Like, it is amazing. Whenever I'm having a bad day and I'm like ranting, Crow knows exactly what to do. 1, you need to listen to the person ranting. 2, give advice when necessary, or if there's like no advice to be given, then just be like, man, that's really sorry. That really sucks, I'm sorry, kind of thing. Crow's perfect. Crow's like a very empathetic, very funny, very amazing person, and such a good streamer. Sometimes I go to Crow's stream and I'm like, I need to be more like this. You know what I mean? Like, I need to try to, you know, emulate this. I don't know. I can't even explain it. Like with Danganronpa, for example. Crow's playing Danganronpa. I streamed Danganronpa once, and I really struggled with it. Because like I said, it's a story reading game, and I'm like, how much do I read? How much do I chat? How fast do I go? And I always feel like I'm not going fast enough, and I get bored with the story. Hi, Fred. Fred, welcome in. Happy 1 year welcome. But Crow does a very good job with it. Crow's pacing with games and like the engagement with the community is something that I really think is amazing. So thank you, Crow. I love sicko mode. I can be the yes. I'm not gonna do this for 60 seconds, so I could. I was telling Oto before the stream, I had to work all day today, so I didn't have time to do some of the things I wanted, but I wanted to print out a piece of paper for sicko mode and just be like, sicko mode, you know? That would have been funny. I wish I had more time. Bam, you finally get to see it. Here I am. Spider Cat, thank you so much. Spider Cat's awesome. Spider Cat's also one of the first streamers I was like, this is what a good streamer is. This is what a good, fun community is like. Spider Cat's amazing. So many like flashy, like, oh my god, and the music and the hype and the gifs and the dancing cats. I'm like, that's really cool. I never really figured out how to do it, but that's really cool. So, very fun streamer. Thank you. It's been 1 year. It's been 1 year. That's so crazy. Holy cow, it's been 1 year. That's insane. You know what's funny is the one thing I wanted when I became a VTuber is I wanted to stream Mahjong. That was like my one reason. I was like, I want to be the Mahjong streamer. And then I became a variety streamer, which I like, honestly, and I think maybe I like that better. But I still play Mahjong once a week, and I really enjoy that. I've been here 2 days. Wait, you mean like yesterday and today? Thank you, Spider Cat. Spider Cat's awesome. Spider Dan's awesome. They're also variety streamers. So cool. Oh. Bugle hair. I love that. You know, I was looking up like how to do that. I watched a video on how you get the corn chip hair, like the Japanese rebel corn chip hair. I watched a video on it the other day after watching Crow's stream. I was like, how do they do that? It's crazy. It's a lot of like curling and chemicals and leaving it in, and you can do 2 ways. You can get a permanent which like usually lasts like a few weeks or a few months, but like only really well for a few weeks. Or you can get a 1-day one that just like washes out immediately. And I'm like, dang, if I had short enough hair, like I would love to just corn chip hair for a day. That would be cool. Unrelated, but another amazing thing has happened. What has happened today? Tell me. Was it difficult to get the headband? Kind of. I made it this morning. I made it this morning. I woke up early and I felt really sick, actually. Not because of the stream, but just because I didn't feel well. Thank you. And I was like, I have work today. Like I have to run to the store. And actually, that's not true. My boyfriend dropped me off at the store. But I was running around in the stores and then I ran home. I ran home. We're moving. Wait, what? Wait, tell me what's happening. Hunter! Oh my god, Hunter x Hunter. Bye, Andy. I'm gonna miss you. Good luck at work. I know it's a bummer. Gio! Hi, Gio. How have you been? Gio was one of my earlier followers. I don't remember when you followed, but you were one of my earlier followers. I remember that. It has been a while. Look where we are. We've made it. We've made it happen. 2 days old. But anyway, yeah. Then I ran home and I was like, I gotta do this. And I burned my fingers with hot glue so many times. I was like, I gotta hurry up. And it worked out, I think. I think it worked out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. Also, I cooked with turmeric yesterday and my fingernails were yellow. And I was like, this is awful. Like, I'm gonna have to paint my nails before the stream. I just ended up scrubbing them a lot. And it went away, finally. Turmeric is so staining, though. I should hit you up for craft hell. Do you want to make me some words? Do you want to make my words? 3D print them. You can't tell the difference because I scrubbed them. I scrubbed my nails. They look good now. But they didn't before. Because I was like grating garlic, which also was like powdered with turmeric. And I was like, oh god. It was awful. And the model, ha ha ha. That's true, that's fair. That'd be funny. Just show up like it's not even different. That'd be totally chill. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Also, I was gonna put posters behind me and I was like, I have really cool Persona posters. And I was gonna put them back there, but they were so reflective that it didn't work and they didn't look good. I think because I'm a little too close to the wall. But I did think about it. I was going to. If you look here, here. I'm like, where's my finger? This is actually Ken from Persona 3. Can't really see him, but he's there. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was like kind of a last minute decision. I have been knocking this idea around in my head since, when did I tell you about it, Oto? Probably around Christmas time. I finally feel calm too. Like, holy crap, I was like sweating and felt sick at the beginning of the stream. I was very nervous. Now I feel fine. Ta-da! I'm shocked too. Yeah, this is kind of a last minute decision. I was like, you know what? If I don't do it today, right? My 1-year anniversary, I was like, then I'm gonna have to wait for my birthday. My birthday's actually coming up. My birthday is in 3 weeks. Bam. Then I'm gonna wait for my birthday. If I don't do it on my birthday, then what's even the next holiday where I'm gonna do a face reveal? So I just kind of pushed it. I was like, let's get it done today. And that's why I was like running to the store today to like finish everything. Ah. True. Crazy Dave, thank you so much for the gift sub. Also, let me tell you this. Crazy Dave was the first person to give me a sub bomb. Actually, I think the first person to give me a gift sub at all, if I'm not mistaken. It was like one of my first streams after I hit affiliate. Crazy Dave was like, bam, 20 gift subs. And I was like, oh, what? I specifically remember I was playing Ape Escape and I was having a whole lot of trouble getting onto a platform. And then that happened. And I was just like, I can't get onto the platform now. And it was very stressful. 3 months ago. Yeah, 3 months ago. Thank you, Crazy Dave. You're awesome. If anybody likes Forbidden Memories or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or Crazy Dave does some other streams too. You've done Silent Hill. Follow Crazy Dave. Honestly, like the OG follower. I was so different when I met Crazy Dave to what I am now. Like, holy crap. Thank you, Gio! Thank you so much. I'm gonna eat this gummy. Stop talking for a minute. Also sub Bomb Crow and Crowhead affiliate. That was cool. Thank you, gods. Thank you, God. Made a mistake. This piece is too big. I'm gonna be chewing for a minute. I want to tell you a story. You have. Renmawa, you being here is really supportive. You being a part of the community is really supportive. No, don't give up painting. Honestly, you showing off your creativity, you showing off that like, oh yeah, I'm just kind of doing this as like a fun hobby is so meaningful to people. Because I see that, right? I see that, other people see that like in the Discord, and I'm like, you know what? People are amazing. People make time for their hobbies. People are working hard, but then are working on things that they love and enjoy. And that's one of the reasons I was like, I need to stop working so much. I want to be able to do these things. So never feel like you don't have value. Never feel like you have to like spend money to be valuable. For real. Who knows, friend? Who knows? Nah, this is not my real hair. It's a little shiny. I wish my hair was this shiny, but it's not. The beach volleyball! What? Beach volleyball was such a fun stream. Beach volleyball was a community challenge. It was my first community challenge I ever did. It was Dead or Alive. Stream beach volleyball. Venus Vacation. Yeah, Kauai! That was one of the first streams I really remember connecting with Kauai because he was so funny in that stream. Neki-san, welcome in. Happy 1 year. We made it here. Get Dead or Alive is in my top 5. I only played it one time, but it was so funny. It was so ridiculous. And still, every time I turn on my PC and it shows me previews of the photos I have on my computer, Helena pops up. Like, bathing suit Helena pops up. Don't even worry about it. Like, I'm not even in the Discord that much. I mean, I am, but don't worry about not being there very often. Totally fine. Catherine was fun. Thank you for hydration. Hang on, let me like double hydrate. I feel like double fist it. This is my favorite mug. Ta-da! Starbucks Malaysia. You can't really see it, but it's there. It's true. I played Dead or Alive. It was really fun. It was so fun. That did not rig it. Thank you, Neki-san. No, that's totally fine. Totally appreciate you being here. I was actually thinking of you the other day. I was like, Neki-san used to like pop in. Neki-san used to pop in and then say, thanks for the stream at the end of the stream. And I'd be like, I didn't even know you were here. I was literally thinking that the other day. I'm glad you're here. I hope you've been well. That is the tooth destroying mug. So whenever I hit my tooth, it's on this. It's a big mug. But I love it. It's my water. Actually, I exclusively use this for water now. I've been lurking. Thank you for the lurking. I really appreciate it. Hi, Rude. Rude, thank you for being here. It's the 1 year anniversary, and I appreciate you being a part of the community. All of you guys. Forever. Always. Literally, you've enriched my life too. Everybody here. Post anything you want in the Discord. Post your art projects. Post your food. I'm so mad I didn't post food because I don't usually cook, but I cooked a really good meal the other day, and I didn't even take a picture of it. I just ate it 3 times, and I didn't take a picture of it. But I should. Mug-chan. You know, I do have a mug of Moog in Mugen. I do have one. I should do another giveaway stream. It's been a while. Uh-oh? Uh-oh what? Uh-oh what? The sound of blows. Is it because I'm too loud? Or is it because I gulp my water? Okay. I was like, no, what happened? Yeah, GU, of course. Really. I love that everybody can support each other. I also think that's a really important thing. Part of Twitch. Never forget. Never forget is right. Refresh. Here we are. Alright. I'm gonna stop. Did I have anything else to say? Hang on. Nope. Okay. So unless you guys have anything else, I think I kind of want to play a game. Important question. I am here to answer important questions. What's up? My shoes are untied. Ha! Joke's on you, not wearing shoes. I'm barefoot. You may ask a question. 9 miniatures and a dog. Just like get all the photos out. Bam. Are the shoes tied? I keep my shoes actually permanently tied. So I can just slip them on, slip them off. Ooh, any goals? That's important. Happy 200! That's amazing. That's a grow. We are like sharing the brand, sharing the shoelace. So goals. So I've thought about upgrading the model. Like ideally, that would be really cool. But I don't know how much I would use it, and like I'd have to drop a few $100s. So. I'm not really sure. Hi, Central. Face cam. It is the 1-year anniversary of my streaming, so here we are. Thank you for being a part of the community. Thank you for always popping in. I really appreciate it. How are you doing today? Yeah, hands. Hands would be very cool. I rarely see models that have hands. With hand tracking, though, it would probably be a lot more expensive. Because I'm looking at, I think I was quoted $450 to upgrade my model to a full body, to attract full body. So with hands, it would probably be closer to like $600, $650. I don't know. It's a possibility though. I would say maybe. Making Master Mahjong, that is a good goal. I want to learn how to count points better. I think that's important. And I know like most of the Yaku, but I need to get better at tracking points. Full-time streamer, that would be crazy. That would be insane. I would have to dedicate a lot more time to it, which I should probably do. I should probably do slightly longer. Carbon! How are you, Carbon? Happy 1 year. Thank you for being here. Carbon is super awesome. Ara. Thank you, Carbon. Carbon, I met pretty early on in my streaming career, and he's just been a gem. Like, super positive, super real, if that makes sense. Like, good days, bad days, Carbon is always there to support people, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. Carbon's a streamer too. Carbon streams Apex, I think. I kind of get the shooty games mixed up, but I'm pretty sure it's Apex. So if you're an Apex fan, follow Carbon. Carbon's super sweet. 2-year mark? I have no idea. No idea. I have no idea. I still want to be streaming. That's a thing. I hope I am better at Mahjong so that I can be, you know what a goal is? If I'm like not bragging, but if I'm like talking about where I want to be a more recognized streamer in the Mahjong thing. The Mahjong communities, basically. I want to be more recognized in the Mahjong communities. I think that would be great. Good night to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. And also sorry if I'm missing chat. I'm like talking a lot. I'm like trying to look at the camera a lot more than I usually do. When I have my model, I'm just like focused on the chat all the time. Street Fighter with your feet. Oh, that's amazing. That's super amazing. Holy cow. And thank you. Thank you, Leaflet. Yeah, but no, I would love to be able to stream slightly longer. Depends on work, really. Like, you know, I can't stream super long and work a lot. And, you know, like, being a working adult is hard. Trying to balance life is hard. Like I said, I did really struggle with that. Sometimes I still do struggle with it. But I would love to stream longer at some point, and I feel like streaming longer is good for growing the community, so that's something I might experiment with at some point. Feet Fighter. I wish Silver was here. I wish Silver was here. He would have something to say about Feet Fighter. I'm doing really good. I was so nervous. So nervous for today. I was like, I'm gonna throw up. But now, like, I don't know why I was nervous. You guys are so nice. You guys are awesome. I would love a full body model. And I would love hands. That would be amazing. I should save up for it. I should do that. I'm so mad. Like, my surgery thing got postponed and I ended up wasting a bunch of money on it. And that could have gone to my model. But whatever. Feet are feet. Boomstick. Boomstick is amazing. So Boomstick was one of the community members who I was just like, Twitch is amazing. Like, Boomstick was really one of those people who made me realize, like, this is meaningful. Like, these are meaningful connections. Boomstick's been so kind, and it's so awesome to everybody in the stream. Like, everybody should keep in mind, like, you don't have to come to every stream to be remembered. You don't have to go to every social event to be, like, recognized and appreciated and thought of, especially. I really appreciate Boomstick. Thank you. Stare for chat. Oh my god, Chris and Dave, I've never been able to do that before. Chris and Dave has a routine where he just stares into the camera like that. Okay, let me go down. Quit my job. That would, well, I don't want to say amazing because I do really like my job. If I didn't have my job, I'd have to work out a lot more. The surgery didn't even happen. I had to reschedule it, and it's probably gonna happen in July. But all the money I spent already is gone. Bye bye. We'll see ya. So annoying. I don't know how Crow growls. We've talked about this before. I don't know how Crow does it. You could like save up saliva and like gurgle it, but like that's not how Crow does it. So I have no idea how it works. It's very cool. Crow is very cool. 1 year old. Oh my god. Happy 1 year anniversary to his birth. I guess happy birthday. But that's what you should say. You should be like, happy 1 year anniversary on your baby's birthday. Hi, Rochelle. Thank you. Rochelle, oh my gosh. I appreciate you being here. Rochelle is like, I think my actual newest follower. I could be wrong, but one of my newest followers. Thank you for being here. That's amazing. You can clip it for Andy. My horrible growls. I will do it for you anytime. That's okay. I appreciate it. I totally lost my train of thought. I don't know if I was in the middle of a story or not. We were talking about streaming more, streaming full time. You fine, Crazy Dave. I was just talking about how, like, I just really wanted to cultivate a place where I just felt, like, totally chill. And I know that's hard. And that's, like, not for everybody. And honestly, that's fine. Like, everybody is a different type of streamer. Everybody's a different kind of person. No painting more. I'm so glad Senpai's so funny. Like, you're so out there sometimes. Like, I'm never expecting what you're gonna say, and then you say it, and I'm like, why would you say that? But like, it's always so funny and random. I just, yeah, you stand out as a person, and in a good way. So thank you. But the legs, I still remember when the legs came up in Deltarune. It was like this giant pair of legs, and I was like, senpai. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I met Boomstick playing Crash Bandicoot. How could I have forgotten? The greatest Crash Bandicoot player ever. Ever. I definitely do hand motions. I definitely do hand motions. Sorry, Kawaii. Yeah, I'm always like at the screen. Or rude gestures. Nobody knows. Another thing that I do, my boyfriend's not here right now. He's out eating midnight ramen. But whenever my boyfriend like walks by, I'm always like blowing kisses at him. And no one sees me doing that because I have a VTube model. So today he was like, are you gonna blow kisses at me when I walk by? Because they could be seen now. And I was like, I will. Yeah, that's the thing. But I don't know if he'll be home by the time I go to bed. Midnight ramen is good. I like midnight ramen. I like midnight instant noodles. Sometimes when I finish my stream, I like eat an instant noodle really quick, and then I go to bed, and that's nice. Yeah, tune in next year. That'd be funny. That'd be cool. How expressive I am. I just all the time. My favorite ramen, kara miso, the spicy miso ramen, 100% my favorite. Nothing can, like, even comes close. Actually, that's not true. My favorite ramen is actually in Yotsukaido, Japan, which is this random town that, like, you should never go to as a tourist. But I went to Yotsukaido, and there was a random shop called Rabbit Ramen. And it's all female run. It's family run, all female, moms and daughters. And they had a tonkatsu ramen, which was like pork fat ramen. And I'm not usually a fan of it. It's usually too fatty for me. Not diet-wise, just taste-wise. It was the best ramen I ever had in my life. But overall, yeah, kara miso is still my favorite. he wears the Mugen cosplay. Okay. That's fine. I will inquire. Oh, it's so funny. He looks just how I thought he would. I've dreamed about Kawaii. I've literally dreamed about Kawaii, and he just looks like Professor Utonium in my dreams. Because that's his Discord picture. And so that's what he looks like. Hi, Fox. Hello, hello, hello. Banning IRL, you get them exiled. Does that exist anymore? Probably not. Inspiration for VTuber, that is a good question. So I said when I first was getting my VTube avatar, I wanted to be a Mahjong streamer. That was like my main thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to learn Mahjong, I wanted to stream Mahjong. And so I wanted Mahjong vibes, and I wanted some kind of ears, but I didn't want like cat ears or dog ears. I love them, don't get me wrong, but I wanted something unique. And I was looking up VTube animals, and I was like, what is something that I'm not seeing a lot? And then I was like, an ox. And I thought that was a good idea. And then it just kind of like went from there. So that was kind of the thingy. Fight the foreigner. Don't fight the foreigner, please. It's so funny. My new coworker is a foreigner, and he's so tall. And so I can see him like a mile away when he's walking to work. I'm like, I would love to partner with Mahjong Soul. That would be very, I feel like that's like a 10-year goal. But that would be very cool. Thank you. I appreciate it. I have bendy fingers. It's true. I do. The most awkward moment? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know. Could be the time I accidentally swore. That was horrible. I don't think there was anything else though. Mimic cards, welcome in. Happy 1 year. I don't know. I usually don't feel really awkward in stream. I can't really think of something that's that bad. That's that weird. I mean, like, I've been embarrassed, like, if a game doesn't work and I'm like, oh man, like, I should be a better streamer. I should have prepared. But I don't think I've ever had. It's a little awkward when, like, I mix two people up and then I'm like, oh, sorry, like, I was thinking of this story. I thought they were you. But no, nothing that, like, really stands out. Explain Mahjong. No, I do that all the time. Mahjong's hard. Z did literally give 50 subs a stream. He's absolutely crazy. I swore twice, I think. Yes. Not really that bad. Not like horrible ones. But one was during Metal Gear Solid. I specifically remember I was on the same mission for like an hour and a half. And I accidentally swore and I was like, oh. No, don't clip them. I don't like to. It's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. It's hard to break too. Thank you, Carbon. Carbon, I appreciate you. Thank you again. Carbon is like inspiration to be chill and like good vibes. Tone it down in stream. Yeah. And I feel like having gone to other countries and having been a teacher for so long, like you kind of start to curb your language a little bit. Like even if they don't know what it means, it's still not great to use those kinds of words. So 13 orphans. Oh my god. I got 13 orphans. I remember my first 13 orphans. I forget. There were a few people there, but I remember specifically Crazy Dave was there. And I was like, I'm about to get 13 orphans. Like I was in like I reached, right? And I was like, this is the best hand that you can get. Like, it's the most points ever. And Crazy Dave was like, I don't really understand what's going on, but like this sounds really good. Very exciting. I don't usually get Yakuman on stream. But yeah, that was a very good one. And I didn't even swear. It's true. What made me want to start streaming? Honestly, like not a lot. I was joking with my friends. I was like, what if I became a VTuber? I think I saw like VTubers on Tumblr and I was like, what if I became a VTuber? Like I could play video games. And they were like, oh, that'd be so funny. And here I am. I'm so happy. A small decision can like change your life. Small decisions can change your life. They can save your life. They can change the lives of people around you. It's crazy. Giga, how are you? Giga's a really cool streamer. Giga plays really hard games like the Bloodborne and Dark Souls, and he is a big Toho fan. So if you like those things, you should follow Giga. Giga's awesome. Very, very cool. The Coconut Crew. Who Coconut Crew? I get it. Like, I get not being, I'm like not anywhere. Ever since I tried to like rebalance my life, I really haven't been able to make it to a lot of streams, which is awful. Or I'll like pop in for like 5 minutes and be like, sorry, I have to go. Like I have to sleep. I have to go to work. I have to like chill, which is important. Never feel bad for chilling and like taking time for yourself. That's a very important part of life. Hi, Gab. Oh my gosh, welcome in. It's my 1 year anniversary. I don't usually show my face. This is the first time. Here you are. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Ha ha ha. Double Yakuman. I probably would swear if I got double Yakuman. I probably would. I was thinking, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, when would I accidentally swear in stream? You know those YouTube videos where like random rich people go in and be like, oh, here's like a few $1,000s. I think I'd probably swear if that happened. I'd probably swear during a jump scare, maybe. I'm trying to think of like instances where that might happen. But you know, it hasn't happened yet. I've been jump scared so much in stream. I do raid the Picty sometimes, yeah, because I was playing Friday Night Funkin' a lot. The Picty is like the best Friday Night Funkin' streamer that I've ever seen. He's very chill and very kind. Haha. Here I am. Except I have a face now. I can do John Cena. Oto was like, what can you do as a person that you can't do as an avatar? And I was like, I don't know, drink and eat. I didn't know. I could do a lot of stuff. Thank you. That's so nice. Thank you, Neki-san. Maybe I should. I used to do so many cosplays, like, and I kind of miss that. I was on TV once for a cosplay. I'm not gonna tell you which one though. But yeah. Chris, thank you so much. WA2 fans are very, very welcome here. You are among friends. Thank you for coming in. Happy 1 year. I keep saying happy 1 year, but like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say that about myself. Happy 1 year to me. But yeah, I love cosplay and I love making cosplay. And today, even though it was really rushed because I had work, when I was making the headband, I was like, I miss this so much. Like, I miss Syndrel. Syndrel, thank you so much. Ah! You're incredible. You guys are incredible. Do I have cosplay photos? Nah, probably not. Probably not. I don't know. I could like look, but nah, probably not. I would be open to doing more cosplay streams in the future though. That is something I might consider. I have like, in America, in my storage unit, I have so much cosplay stuff. And in Japan, I don't have that much. I have 3 cosplays in Japan. Well, this is number 3. I have Joker from Persona, female Joker. I have Futaba from Persona 5 because Futaba is best girl and I love her. And I have this, so who knows? But probably not very often because there's a lot of effort. Central, yeah, we got evolutions. Thank you so much. Central, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get Starbucks as thank you for the biddies. I know, cosplaying as myself. Who would have thought? Halloween, they'll be like, who you dressed as? Be like, I'm dressed as myself. Carrot! I should do Yukari cosplay, but then I would fall in love with myself because Yukari is amazing and I love her. Right? I love Futaba. Love Futaba. Oh, Kawakami is amazing too, that's true. Kawakami is too relatable. Too relatable. Having been a teacher, too relatable. I get it. The police. Why would I cosplay the police? I'm so glad the police didn't come. I know we were joking, but like, you're not supposed to make loud noises in Japan. You're not supposed to be loud at night. Cause this a cosplay? That would be interesting. Oh jeez, Makoto. Just kidding. I mean, everybody has their likes. You know, that's how people feel about me and Yukari. Like, Yukari. That's how I feel about Makoto. I'm like, okay. There were loud noises. I get it. Be nice to Carrot. Okay. My boyfriend like loves Makoto, so I went to Tokyo and I bought like so much Makoto merch, and so now that's like kind of here and there. Carrot is so funny, like genuinely fast. The fastest funny person that I know. Like, okay, Carrot and Belle are the dynamic duo, but Carrot specifically, like, always something. If you're like in a situation and you're kind of like doing something that's not boring, but like even just sitting in a food court, let's say, and you're people watching, Carrot would be one of the first people I'd want to be there with, because Carrot always has something funny or interesting to say about every situation, about everything that happens. Like, Carrot's just a person you want to be around on the regular, no matter what you're doing. That's one of Carrot's strong suits. That's what I really appreciate about you. And the drawings! Carrot's always putting really cute drawings in the Discord, and I love them. He did a gun! He drew me as a gun. And I was like, this is the best thing ever, because Mugun, get it? The pun master, it's true. We get people watch. You know what? Actually, that's something, hang on. Let me like, posture check myself. I'm like unposture checking because now I'm sitting with my legs on my chair. Something I've thought about doing, and I don't know how it would work practically, data-wise, is just like going out in Japan, like going somewhere, and then actually filming it. I think that'd be really fun. I would just be worried about data. Like, I don't know how that would work. I've thought about, like, what if I took you guys to a karaoke box in Japan and we did the karaoke stream, like, out in Japan? But I'm like, what if the Wi-Fi is so bad? Like, what if it doesn't work? I don't know. Oh yeah, Fred, we got the Be Nice for Carrot, because Carrot's awesome. I feel like a gremlin, it's true. Thank you. These are my special eyes. These are the biggest contact lenses that I've ever used, by the way. They were really hard to get in my eye. I like the way they look, though. But I was like, ooh, before the stream. Could be a YouTube thing. I don't really know. Kika, thank you so much. Holy crap, I really appreciate it. Oh. Thank you. Giga's like, Giga's awesome. I've known Giga forever. Like, thank you for being my friend. Twitch letting you be connected to people and get closer to people that you ever thought you would is such a really cool thing. Like, it's just incredible. So thank you. Thank you so much. It makes sense. It's true. Jamugen is kawaii. It was just like me and a Professor Utonium coach. You could probably do it though. If anybody can do it, you can do it. It makes them dollars. It's true. I should probably drink more water. I feel like I was in the middle of a story, but I like totally forgot. But, oh yeah, the IRL. I think that'd be really fun. I think going to a restaurant or going to an arcade or just like, I don't know, going random places I think could be really fun. The British accent. It's true. It's the hands. Catch these hands. I need to commission a hand. Even if it's just hands. I could be like, whoa, while I stream. I know that it works. I just have to be like, one, I need stable enough internet. And two, I need to make sure I don't go over data because they'll end up charging me like $100. So I'll be like, ugh. Train ride would be fun. So no, actually that wouldn't be fun at all because Japanese trains are like silent. Like you're not supposed to talk on the train. That's certainly something. White Album 2 got it wrong. You're not supposed to talk on the train. I've thought about that, Neki-san. That'd be so fun. If I do the karaoke stream, I will do that. And that would be nice. And like, whatever, like, we won't be able to keep the VOD, right? Because DM, something, whatever, copyright. But even if we don't keep the VOD, it would still be a fun stream to do. So, you know, DC what? DMCA. Thank you. It's like YMCA, but with a D. We got YouTube. It's true. It's true. The train talk. You can't talk on the train in the subway in White Album 2. In Japan. It's like taboo. Like you can like whisper, you can be like, hey, like what are we doing? Like what are the lunch plans? But you can't really talk. So I couldn't be like, hey, what's up, Twitch? Like waving my phone around. That would be very taboo. I don't have rampant success. I have beautiful friendships, and he thinks that's cool. But it's just kind of a, I don't know. It's been chill. It's been nice. I want to get him here sometime. Someday. Maybe next year's anniversary stream. Who knows? 2 years. Choo, choo, choo. Yeah, no. We were literally like, that's what I mean with the death chip challenge. We were like, oh my god, like, look at C. Very quietly chatting. IRL Mahjong stream would be interesting. I still haven't played Mahjong IRL, and that's not really a Twitch goal, but that's like a life goal. I want to play Mahjong IRL, but in order to play Mahjong IRL, I need to be better at the rules of Mahjong, like counting points in Mahjong. So that's something I gotta work on. That is a goal I have. No, I didn't do the death chip. Z went live with the death chip while Oto and I were out. Like, we were in Tokyo, and so we were like, we gotta get home, and like we jumped on the train, but the death chip stream had already started, so we were like hovered over a phone, and I was like, I don't care about data, like I need to see Z eat this chip, eat this spacey chip. And that's what we did. We were like whispering like, oh my god, is he eating it? I don't know, I can't tell, because we didn't have sound on or anything. He does speak English. No, that's totally fine. He does. He speaks English and Japanese. So, very well. It didn't even affect Z. I was like, did Z eat the chip? Like, honestly, we weren't even sure until we got home and actually brought up Twitch on the big screen. And we were like, Z, did you eat the chip? He's like, yeah, it was nothing. I was like, I didn't even see you. It was like a million billion scobles or whatever the measurement is, and he just like didn't even make a face like he had eaten it, so I wasn't even sure if he did eat it, but he did. So Duke, hi, how are you? Welcome in. It's been 1 year since I started streaming on Twitch. Thank you for being here. Duke is a really cool VTuber. Duke is also inspiration as far as like what does a good VTuber channel look like. Duke is there. And I'm in Duke's Discord, and every time I see Duke like post like a nice schedule or something, or like update the stream, he's so organized about it. I'm like, I wish I should be like that. I'm not like that, but that's something I think about. So if you want a really nicely organized VTuber, go check out Duke. I would love to be a game show host. I love game shows. I love game shows so much. That'd be fun. I love them. I love learning. I love learning fun facts, because who knows when they're gonna come in handy? Who knows if you're gonna be on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Ow. Oh my god, I walked through a doorway on my way to the stream and it was like, bonk. Duke, thank you so much. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. You're amazing. This community is awesome. You guys are seriously awesome. When Resident Evil, I know, right? Resident Evil 8, the Duke. When I was planning the stream, I was like talking to Oto, and I was talking to my boyfriend, and I was like, I don't know what I should do, like outside of cosplaying. I was like trying to make all these plans, and I haven't even like done anything other than sit here and talk to you guys. So thanks for like hanging out with me. Yeah, the dog. Oh my god, and he has a stick that's like this long, and he's like, I can't get through the gate. Yeah, that's true. Redeem sicko mode. Well, you waste your points, but I'll be like, ah, yes, I did it for free. You didn't even have to redeem it. You can make my eyes so big. Hi, Richie. Welcome in. Your name is like Richie. I love that, because Mahjong. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's my 1 year anniversary. I don't usually sit here on Facecam. This is the first time I've done it. So it's a special day. So welcome in. My eyes, they on fire. Richie! I redeemed my own Richie. Thank you. It's been a crazy, crazy year. A crazy, beautiful year. I do remember Silver's face reveal. So listen, so I was streaming. This was back when I was like really overworking myself actually. I streamed till like 2 a.m. I think. And Silver's face reveal was 4:30 a.m. Japan time. So I remember it was right here. It was in this room. I logged off my computer. I brushed my teeth. I washed my face. And I laid down right next to my computer desk. And I set an alarm for 2.5 hours. And the alarm went off. And I was like, oh my God. Like I was so tired. And I had work in the morning. I had work at 8 o'clock. I still woke up, went to Silver stream. It was one of the best streams I've ever been to because the face reveal was so amazing. It was so much fun. Those are my favorite streams, honestly. They do not hurt at all. I can't see very well. I'm actually a glasses wearer usually. So this from here to here is about the furthest I can see without everything being blurry. But pain? No. If there is pain while you're wearing contacts, you're wearing the wrong contacts. These are a little bit big, like the lens is bigger than your eye lens, and so these are hard to get in. But if you get a regular sized contact lens, they're very easy to put in. If you're not like, what's the word? Like eked out by touching your own eyes, then it's totally fine. I don't think my sound alerts are even on for this part. But if you would like a fake fact, I could tell you a fake fact. Senpai is, or was, exclusively a Minecraft world record holder. That was the only game he played for 2 years because he didn't have internet. He became really, really good at Minecraft. He's still in the top 10, but he lost the record. Someday I'll put my glasses on. I would show you guys why my glasses aren't here. They're actually in the other room. I didn't bring them to my computer desk. Glasses are easier. Like I don't want to put contacts in and take contacts out. And also like I work out a lot at my job, and I'd be worried like if one popped out in the gym, like that'd be awful. I don't know. For me, it's just easier to just like have glasses on or have glasses off. Chili beans shoved up. You know, I never did that as a kid. I never put things up my nose. So that's good. I did choke on a toothbrush once. Because I like had a toothbrush in my mouth and then I was running and I tripped and it was like, ugh! And it stabbed my throat. I had to go to the ER. I don't know why I told that story. I don't know why I thought of that. Ada ada. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you, Carrot. I do. I'm working at a gym in Japan, and it's been good. It's been good to me. Helps me stay fit. Very important. What kind of a chair? I have no idea. I have no idea what brand this is. I had to put it together. It came to my house in a billion pieces. It's very overwhelming. And I don't like it. It's very flat now. Like the cushioning is like non-existent. So I probably need to get a pillow or something. Speed runs, you crazy. Japan. I am in Japan. Here we are. Holy. Well, somebody asked like what the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened on stream, and well, there you go. I finally got one. This is why I'm not a facecam streamer. The horns aren't even real. Hang on, like this headphone is so hard to get in and it's not my regular one because my horns are too big. I've ruined it. Honestly though, I don't even really need it. Okay. We're fine. That's what she said. No! The headphones are real, it's true. These are the worst headphones I've ever used. I think I got them free somewhere or paid. No, these were from the 100 yen shop. So they were like less than $1. But I don't have my big over the ear headphones. So I don't need it today. Thank you, Leaflet. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really tried. I definitely wanted, I don't know. I wanted to try and like be myself, you know what I mean? And I had the Amazon gift card from Oto. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. And I bought this like months ago, but I never really had the courage to actually do it until today. It was actually yesterday when I fully decided on it. I was like, I'm gonna do this. I have to hurry up and finish my cosplay. So it was kind of last minute. Hunter again, I don't remember why. I think I was on a road trip and I wanted to listen to something, or maybe I wanted to catch a stream, but I was at work, so I went to the 100 yen shop. I don't remember why, but yeah, they're not good headphones. Not at all. I also had, I got these. I got these for free on a plane, and I'd never opened them before. I just opened them right before the stream. They wouldn't even stay in my ear, so I gave up. I do like being asked questions, especially today, because like we're just chilling. What do I like to be asked? I have no idea. Anything. You can ask me about Japan. I've been here for 3 years. You can ask me about Spain. I was there for a few months, not as long, but I love it. I lived in Thailand for half a year. If you want to ask about Thailand, that was fun. That was interesting. Good and bad experiences, honestly. I'm still learning Japanese, so as far as like becoming fluent enough to feel comfortable in the country, I would say I kind of like pre-learned, which wasn't like serious intensive study, but like off and on study for about a year. And then I got to Japan and I was okay, right? Like I wouldn't die. I could ask where things were. But it took about a year after that for me to be like, I can go out and like solve problems on my own. And then it took another year after that before I was like, I can go like make not small talk conversations, but like real conversations with people. It took another year after that. So I would say probably about 3 years before you're like, okay, like this is fine. And even now I'm like, when I go to the hospital, I'm like, there's a lot of medical vocabulary I don't know. When I go to the government office, like have to deal with things like taxes, I'm like I struggle with that. I struggle with a lot of like situations that you're not in every day kind of thing. Like my fridge breaks, right? For example, a few months ago my fridge broke. Well, some of you guys know that. And I had to ask my boyfriend, I'm like, please, like, call a repairman and explain it, because, like, I don't know how. I'll just be like, the fridge is broken. And that's like, all I would say. So, when it's situations like that, he helps me, and, like, thank God, because it's hard. But, you know. Have I been to Malaysia? Yeah, I have been to Malaysia. I have the Malaysian mug. I've been to Malaysia 3 times, but only on vacation, never actually living there. But it's a beautiful, beautiful country. I love it. Some of the best food I've ever had in my whole life in Malaysia. If you haven't been, it's really cool. It's tropical weather, really cheap food, like really cheap food, cheap everything pretty much. People are really, really nice and friendly. I do miss that, like, connection to people that existed in Malaysia, and also in Spain. It was really strong there too. You tell me when you're coming to Hokkaido. I created problems from day 1 in Japan. Oh my god. Did I struggle with the visa? Yes. My god. I don't know if you were here for a lot of it, Crazy Day. I was stressed. I was so stressed. Like, it was really hard to get it renewed because my company was like twiddling their thumbs until after the due date, and then I had to go up to immigration and be like, I know it's past the due date, but like please give me a visa. And they were so backed up, it actually passed the date I was supposed to leave the country, and I still hadn't gotten a response from them yet. So yeah, it was really hard, but I did end up getting it, and I got 3 years. So Very happy. Have I been to New Jersey? Yes, I've been to New Jersey once. I went to the beach. It was like a 6-day trip with my family when I was a kid. Huge waves, crazy waves at the Jersey Shore. Not my favorite beach, but I did get stung by a jellyfish, and that was like a lifelong experience for me, so. Boyfriend Japanese? He is half Japanese. Nix! Holy crap! Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You are amazing. I really appreciate it. Holy crap. Thank you for the gift subs. I don't even know. Hi, Seagull. I'm so sorry. I'm like catching up on things. Who even are these people? I don't know. I've played so many different games. I've met so many different people. I do know you guys, obviously, but like some people have been in and out. Recommendations on books? No, but I would recommend Duolingo if you can keep up with that. Memrise, that's MEMRISE. It's like a flashcard app. I recommend that one. And study JLPT5. I could put that in the Discord at some point. But my biggest recommendation is Pimsleur audio CDs, which you can buy or look up on the internet. You never know. That's how I started, and I feel like the audio tapes actually got me speaking and listening to Japanese, and I feel like that was the biggest advantage I held over people who were studying by book, is that I was more used to the speaking listening aspect. Just follow now if you want. Don't feel pressured. I'm so sorry, I'm like slow with chat. Go to Japan, that would be amazing. That'd be so fun, Crazy Dave. Specific games is true. Hi, Cat! Mysterious Cat. Actually, I think you're my most recent follower. Cat is a Mahjong player. And here we are, 1 year anniversary. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being here. What got me in WA too? An excellent question. I think it was actually Reddit is where I first heard about it. But I heard about it and I was like looking things up, and I was looking up visuals, and I really liked the way Chiaki had looked. I didn't actually play from the time introductory chapter was out. I was like, oh, that's a really cute tomboy. I wonder like what this story is about. And I was reading like other people's thoughts on it, and I was like, I should try that. And it was all, I don't want to say downhill from there, but it was definitely an experience from there. Again, you never know. You stumble across the smallest thing, changes your life. You're welcome, Boomstick. If you want to learn, I am so happy to give recommendations. Riichi Mahjong, yes. Riichi Mahjong was my inspiration for becoming a streamer, and it continues to be my longest played game. I play every Monday on stream, Riichi Mahjong, Mahjong Soul. El Gato con Patas, Potatas, MCR, My Chemical Romance? Question about Japan. Possibly an answer about Japan. Is tickling prominent? That's an interesting question. I would say no. Not really. Like, parents will tickle their kids and it'll be like, oh. And like me, whenever I teach, because I still teach occasionally, and I'll teach younger kids, I'll teach like 2-year-old class, I will tickle them. But I wouldn't say not. I wouldn't say it's common like between friends or things like that. But I will say that hand holding is way bigger here than it is in the West. Hi, Cookie, welcome in. Yeah, hand holding is definitely a thing here. I remember I went on a work outing. So in Japan, like usually for the new year, you go out with your coworkers and you all drink, like you get really drunk. It's like a thing here. And I went to do that, and we all got really drunk, and we went to karaoke, and my coworker, my female coworker, like, I was like sitting here in the karaoke like la, 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 and she like held my hand and I was like, what are we? You know, like it's so weird to me as a Westerner. I was like, oh, a girl is holding my hand, right? And I was like, oh my God. But here it's just like what friends do. Like it's way more normalized here. So that's something. I don't have a tickling, but hand holding, yeah. Rochelle! Yeah. People have been very, very generous this stream. This crazy. Thank you guys, always. I'm not even a pervert. I was not even looking for Turbo Man at the time. I was actually just singing songs. I sang Welcome to the Jungle at my work outing. And they were like, oh, who picked the rock song? I was like, that's me. Who else picks the English song? It's me. I miss karaoke. Karaoke with like big groups of people specifically, because ever since COVID, it's been tough. I'll still go to karaoke with my boyfriend, because like, you know, 2 people is not like that bad. But with big groups of friends, it's hard. Good day, good day. It's true. Twitch like really can change your life. Like, not even over exaggerating. It's insane. And there's no Mahjong Soul too. Seagull's just being a troll. Tickling in the West? I don't know. My friends never tickled me in the West either. I don't know if it's a thing anywhere. I'm trying to think. No, we really didn't. I've never been tickled by my friends. Let's go to karaoke. I know, we totally should. That'd be fun. I know. I love when my Japanese coworkers sing English songs. I'm like, oh, yes, there you go. It's so funny. Game shows. I love game shows. I mean, I watch English game shows pretty much every day now. But I do love Japanese game shows because they're so wacky and like kooky kind of thing. They're really good. Do I have cool figures or plushies? I don't have a lot right here, and I'm not gonna go travel to find them, but I can show you what I have on my desk. So I have this one. So this is from the 25th anniversary of Persona. That's an exhibit that actually Oto and I went to in Tokyo in December. And so this is the main character of Persona 3, but with cat ears and cat tail. Isn't that cute? I love that. I don't know if it's false. Well, maybe it is. I don't remember that much tickling though. My other one, you should take a picture of yours. It's true. And this is my other one. This is the main character of Persona 3 Portable. So I have like the guy and the girl, and I thought that was cute. So they're constantly on my desk. She's got little dog tail and dog ears. Be nice to Crow. So easy. Dude. Okay, let me think of something new to say about Crow, because like I love Crow, but I feel like I can say the same things about Crow a lot of the time. Crow is always down to do new things and try new things. That's something I really like about Crow. Even if it's something that Crow has never thought about trying or is afraid to try, Crow is the type of person to be like, you know what? Not YOLO in like a reckless sense, but YOLO in a sense that like, you know what? I want to try something new. I'm going to enjoy it. And even if I don't enjoy it, it's still a story to tell kind of thing. That's the kind of person Crow is. And I think it takes a lot of bravery to be that kind of person and to do that kind of thing. So Crow's one of my mods. Crow is amazing. Thank you for being here. All the love. Ate a habanero pepper for no reason. You madman. Thank you, Crazy Dave. Seriously, I'm just glad I only cried one time. Am I wearing a kimono? Yes, I am. It's It's long. I got the sleeveys. Someday I'll do a photo shoot. We actually have, actually it's not that near me, but within an hour from me, there's like a studio and you can take pictures because like cosplay is a thing in Japan. So you can wear your cosplay to the studio and they have like changing rooms and everything. And they have like really nice seats and benches where you can like lay and pose in your costume or cosplay, and like different wallpapers and stuff, like all different kinds of setups, and they have that, and that's cool. Maybe one day I'll do that. Be nice for Seagull. I can always do a be nice for Seagull. I can do a mini version. Seagull is so kind. Like, genuinely one of the kindest people I know. Seagull checks in. Like, not saying everybody has to do this, not at all. But I think Seagull checks in with me, like, more than pretty much anybody else I know in my life. Like, every few days, just be like, not even every few days, every other day. Like, how was your day? Like, how you doing? What's up? That's crazy. Like, coming just, I don't know, coming from someone who really, like, wasn't that close to a lot of people for a long time. It's something that's refreshing for me. And I really appreciate that. So thank you. Even if sometimes I get overwhelmed, right? I'm so sorry if this happens. Sometimes I get overwhelmed and I just don't answer messages for a few days. And I'm sorry. But I think honestly though, especially in the age of the internet where we're always connected, I think it's healthy to kind of take a step back and be like, I don't have to answer every time I get a message. So sorry if I do that, but sometimes that happens. Also, that's true. I did open Pokemon cards and I have made disgusting, horrible burgers. Senpai, thank you so much. Senpai, you're awesome. I really appreciate you. I hope you win $1 million. I hope like life is just so amazing for you. Has anyone done a Mugen cosplay? No, they haven't. I have got a few pieces of fan art though. Most of them are from Carrot. I love them. They're awesome. Crow gave me fan art for my birthday last year. I remember that. That was really kind. Never too late to start. Nyx. I remember one of the first anime conventions I went to, I was 13. And someone was, I think Zigbar, I think was his name, from Organization 13 from Kingdom Hearts 2. Now Zigbar has like gray hair. It's like tied back into a ponytail and like a long black coat. I met an old lady. She was like in her 60s, I think. And she's like, you're never too old to cosplay. Like, I'm living proof. And I was so inspired by that woman. I still remember her. Years later, I still remember her. So you never know. I'm not saying you can only cosplay old people. That is not what I'm saying. But it's never too late to cosplay. Okay, let me catch up. The hands, I know, right? Break's over. Seagull, you're amazing. Thank you for hanging out. I'm so sorry you're at work. It is very wholesome. I was just thinking of that lady. We saw a really old lady in like a bathrobe. I think she had a feather boa. I don't know, she was very eccentric. And she had a boombox. I'm gonna like knock my horns off again. She had a boombox and she was dancing. And she was dancing so much. And then I was like, oh, that's so cute. And then like she turned around. I was coming down the street again, dancing and dancing. And I was like, that's amazing. That's cool. Good night, Seiko. If I don't see you again, I hope you have an amazing one. Dancing down the street. That's something you probably won't catch me doing. What if I just did a tap dance stream? I don't have my tap shoes here, but I do know tap dancing. That'd be so fun. That'd be so fun. I should buy tap shoes. My neighbors would hate me so much. They would hate me like even more than they probably hate me now. A good soft shoe. But it's not as meaningful. I know, right? So many things I want to do. Do the back crack. I wonder if I can. Hang on, let me sit. I did. A little bit. That's how I cracked my back in stream. I've never shown you guys. We heard it. Yay! No, I'm not wise. I just have experience. It takes a while. Every time I think that I'm smart, a year or two goes by and I'm like, dang, like I was not smart back then. That's a beautiful thing about getting older. If you can look back and be like, I am so much wiser now than I was back then you're growing. And that's beautiful. And that's amazing. And you're very lucky to be another year older. That's how I feel. What are we curious about? What's my advice for life? Travel if you can, I would say. Okay, 2 things. Travel if you can, because I feel like me as a person, I changed the most from leaving the United States. I'm not saying you have to do it forever, but like, just go see something new. Just go see something new and try something new. Number 2, volunteer. Anywhere. Doesn't have to be something crazy. Doesn't have to be long term. It could just be at like a local like farm stand. Go volunteer. It'll bring you so many new experiences, and you'll get to see something that's not like for profit. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you should change jobs and try different jobs and do things, and that's great, and like that helps you grow as a person. But dedicating your time to something with other people who are also dedicating their time to something, you end up meeting people who are very different than you would meet at a workplace, if that makes sense. That if I could like magically give everybody one experience, it would be volunteering, I think. That's how I ended up in Japan, is all my friends were going on spring break, and I was really jealous because everyone had all these really cool plans, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go to Japan. But I didn't have money to go to Japan because I was a college student, right? Did I miss it? Sorry. I'm gonna finish this story and then I'll come back. You can repost it. I decided, I was like, I'm gonna volunteer in Japan, right? Because they offered free room and board. And so I did. I went on a summer volunteering trip to Japan, and you know, I had to have some money. I had to pay for my airfare. I had to pay for some of my food. But that was a way that I could like keep the costs down to like half. That was amazing. That was an amazing experience. That's actually where I met my boyfriend, was volunteering in university in Japan. Like, it's crazy how much can come out of such a small decision. So I would recommend that. Thank you for the hydration. Let me look for the question. We heard that crack. Oh my gosh, it was long. Oh, I see. Most people I know that have lived for longer than me in Japan have been men. Any experiences as a foreign woman in Japan? Ooh, foreign woman in Japan. Oh, thank you for reposting. I'm like scrolling back down now. Thank you, Boomstick. I really appreciate you. Keep on staying you. Keep on living life. You are amazing. You are awesome. So yeah, foreign women in Japan. I would say that as a woman, not super different than I think being a man would have been. Because as a foreigner, it's a very different experience. Like, everybody panics when they see you, right? Like, I'll walk into a store I've never been in before, and they're like, oh, we don't speak English. Like, what do we do? And even if I speak Japanese to them, like, even if I ask them a question in Japanese, they're still like, oh, like, what do we do? Like, they're not even listening half the time. And I'm like, I'm literally speaking your language. And that can be very frustrating as a foreigner in Japan, especially one who's lived here for a long time, especially one that's studied Japanese. That's been tough. As a woman, not really. Oh, I will say that going to bars, you get bought drinks a lot. because people want to talk to you because like it's interesting and you're a foreigner. I don't know if that's the same for guys, but whenever I've gone to the bar alone, usually there's like a drunken businessman who'd be like, oh, let me buy your drink. Where are you from? So that's the thing. Other than that, I don't think so. Digital art, yes. That's awesome. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you can get back into it. You are welcome. Really, it's nice here. There's so many barriers to like finding happiness in Japan, I feel like. It takes a lot of dedication because the language is so different. And the, I don't know, society, I guess, is so different too. Like, back in the West, you'd be like, oh, hi, like walking by, you'd like say hi to people. Here it's a lot more isolated. Like, it's weird to talk to strangers. It's weird to go up to someone and like say something without reason. And that takes a lot of getting used to because unless you go out and make Japanese friends, you're very, very isolated. And learning the language is so important, but it's hard to learn the language without like being here at the same time. So it's kind of like it's pretty hard. But that's another reason I'm thankful for Twitch. Like, I have Japanese friends, but I feel like we've never like connected as much as I did with my friends from back home. Partly because of a language barrier, but it's partly culture too, I feel like. In between. Hey Kern, thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being a part of my community. That is amazing. You are amazing. I hope you have a nice day. I'll probably stay on for about like 10 more minutes. I thought I might play a game, but honestly, it's just been fun like sitting and chatting. Like, this is kind of what I needed, I think. I needed time to like sit and chill. So, thank you guys for thank you for being my chill. Does that make sense? Thank you for like giving me a place to go to and like talk about my life and tell my stories. Games I'm bad at. Metal Gear Solid. I'm bad at games that require patience and sneaking. So Metal Gear Solid, and I did play it on stream, was very hard for me. Very, very difficult for me. I'm not great at shooting games. Like the fast-paced ones, like Apex type games, Halo, Call of Duty. I'm not good at those types of games. I did get pretty good at Borderlands, but I don't think that really counts. My own personality. I don't know, Richie. You Richie. I should just call you Richie probably. But if you have a preferred name, let me know. It's good to be out of your comfort zone sometimes though. I think that's important. I think that's very important. It's fun to watch Metal Gear. You guys are so nice to me. I wasn't even having fun watching myself play. When I was in the end of Metal Gear, I won't spoil it for anyone, but the end boss of Metal Gear stuck for like 3 hours. That was the worst. You can call me whatever you want. Oh, I'll call you Richie then, because it just reminds me of Mahjong and I love that. But yeah, those games are pretty hard for me. Anything where I have to like read a ton, kind of hard for me. Like I said, like Crow does it so well, and I'm like, how does Crow do that? For me, it's hard for me, and then I end up not enjoying it, and then I'm like, well, if I'm not enjoying it, are they enjoying it? So I don't usually play like visual novel / dating sim type of games. Fortnite stream will be interesting. Thank you for posture. Yeah. So that. What else? Put the model on screen. So I can't have my model and my camera on at the same time. That's something I discovered today because I was gonna switch the cams real quick in the same scene in OBS, but yeah, one like blips out because I can't have it active. No, Nikki-san, no, that's not what I mean. That's not, I'm sorry if that's what I said. I don't like streaming them because it's hard for me to like read them out loud and have people enjoy it. Like, with the chat also going, because I feel like I'm constantly interrupting myself, and then I'm interrupting the story, and then I'm not like enjoying the story. No, I love visual novels. I love visual novels, but streaming them is tough, I think. So I love talking to people. I am a pretty extroverted person. Like, some people, like introverted people, draw energy by like being alone and like having them time. I draw energy by talking to people. I feel like right now I feel energized, I feel good, I feel happy, and that's how I always feel. And yeah, I don't know, I guess that's what's good about having become a teacher, is that you're constantly in front of people, you're constantly talking to people. Even at the sports club, it's kind of like a sports club, like / teaching kind of thing. Like, we do coaching. We also have an English program. So I'm still in front of a lot of people, and I constantly get to like talk to people. And then I come home and I talk to you guys. So I really enjoy that. This is the model. I'm actually 2D. I bet streaming was a challenge for you. It was a challenge for me as an extrovert, so I can imagine it would be like crazy for you. You are crazy, Dave. Nah, for real though, it's scary. The first stream is always scary. The second stream's scary. I was scared for a while before I kind of found, holy cow, kind of found my my pace, I guess, like what I exactly wanted to do. Like, when I first started, I was actually just talking about this. When I first started streaming, I was like, I'm gonna have lore, and like my character is gonna be like this, and they're gonna be living here, and this was her upbringing, and like they have this personality. And I tried doing it, right? And I hated it. Like, I hated being in character that much. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be chill. Like, this is just gonna be me. And actually, there was someone else who was in my stream, like, role-playing a lot as their VTuber. And I was like, it wasn't in a cool way. It wasn't in a good way. And I was like, this is so far from what I want to do. And so it really changed, like, since my first stream. Like, I've really found my element. And I think until you find your element, it's stressful to stream. But once you find it, it's a relief to stream. At least it should be. If it's not a relief, then maybe you don't like streaming. Being yourself is very important. Even if you're like, oh, I want to be like the best version of myself kind of thing. Or, you know what I mean? That's fine. But if you detach yourself too much, like, kudos for being able to be an actor or actress that much, but it seems stressful to me to like be so different, you know what I mean? Like, we're never gonna be 100% ourselves, I feel like, on camera, but if you're 100% not yourself, holy cow, like, the effort of having to upkeep that is ridiculous. So I don't mind streaming. You crazy. I don't know, maybe it's the detachment of the computer screen. Who knows? Thank you, Crazy Dan. I appreciate that a lot. It took me a while. I think I was very awkward when I first met you. Thinking back, I don't really want to think about it that hard. But I'm so glad you stuck around. I'm so glad things turned out the way that they did. Goodbye, Carrot. Have a great day at work. Thank you so much, Kara. I really appreciate you being here and being yourself and everything you do for this community. You're amazing. Bye, 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 bye. Awkwardness does build character. If you don't put yourself in situations where you feel awkward, you're probably not doing enough things. I think that's important to remember. Very, very important to remember. Doing scary things is really important. When I first left the United States, it was to go to Spain. And I was staying with a host family at the time. The first night I got there, I threw up a lot. I was so scared. I was terrified being in a new country, trying to speak a language which I spoke a little bit at the time, but like definitely not enough. Because the host family like immediately was speaking to me in Spanish. I was like, oh God. And yeah, I was like, I'm sick. I'm going upstairs. I just like hid in the room for a night. Same thing when I got to Japan. I got to Japan, I was like sick to my stomach. I was like, I should not have come here. Why did I come here? Why did I put myself in this position? But once you get over that first hurdle, it's so worth it. It's so worth it to do things you're scared of. It really is. How old are you? That's a secret. But I'm old enough to have an experienced life. You could go to a foreign country. I think you'll get there, Odo. You've grown a lot since I met you. 3-4 weeks for you next? Oh, that's still pretty amazing though. That's still amazing. Life's very scary. Life is very scary. That's true. I mean, Kawaii, you're right. And it is helpful to have some Japanese before going to Japan. I had a better grasp on Japanese, I feel like, when I came to Japan than I did Spanish in Spain. Although with Spanish, if you're an English speaker, you can kind of get away with like Spanglish because a lot of the words are the same or similar. Not the same, you know what I mean though? Like, and a lot of people in Spain speak English. A lot of people in Japan do not speak English at all. So I'm old. You're beautiful. I don't have cojones. I just was jealous of my other spring breaker friends. I wanted to do something with my life. And there we are. And now here we are. Like, going out of your comfort zone can lead to so many amazing things. They led me to Japan. They led me to traveling. They led me to streaming on Twitch. They led me to today, which has been a very nice day. So thank you guys for that. It's the worst English level. So when I was in Thailand, I was in a very, very rural area, like ridiculously rural area. They still spoke pretty good English. Like, compared to Japan, even compared to Tokyo, they still spoke pretty good English. So I turned 36. I'm older than Crazy Tape. It's not a competition. You're all amazing though. Age is just a number. One of the earliest lessons I ever got was I had a friend. She was an online friend of mine, and we never like really discussed ages, but we knew she was a little bit older than us because she talked about drinking and stuff. And like I had just become able to drink at the time. And it came out later that year that she was actually like 36 and had kids. And we didn't know that at the time. And she was like crying and she's like, I'm so sorry. Like, you must think I'm so weird for hanging out with you guys. Cause I was 21 at the time. Yeah. She was like my role model. She was amazing. And I was like, you're 36. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, you are what I aspire to be. And she's still like living her life. She still does so many cool things. And I'm like, it doesn't even matter. Age doesn't even matter. And also, I watch a lot of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and some of the older contestants are so fun and interesting. I'm like, I want to be that. I want to be that when I grow up. When I grow up. That's what we're going to say for the rest of our lives. The rest is easy. Honestly, it's Thailand. Where do I want to travel next? Oh. Probably first, gonna head to Malaysia again. I would like to go back to the US. I haven't been back home in 3 years. Over 3 years now. It's been like 3.5 years, I think. Yeah. So I should probably go home and see people. Fun-wise, though, I was thinking about it. Probably, I would love to see Spain again. I would love to go back to Spain. It's been a long time since I've been there. One of my best friends lives in Spain still, so maybe head there. But if I'm going somewhere completely new, like that I haven't been to, maybe Mexico. Mexico or maybe Vietnam. Although I don't know Vietnamese, so that might be tough. But that's a good question. All people, no matter who they are, all wish they'd appreciate life more. That's true. That's good. I gotta go see the fam. I know. I do. I should. I just feel lucky that we're in an age where like we could just make a phone call and chat with people, or we could just video call like instantly. So for me, I don't feel as detached as maybe I would otherwise. But it would be nice to head home. I can eat Cheez-Its again. I can eat goldfish. Odo is Japanese. It's true. The future is now. But yeah, there's a lot of places I would like to go. A lot. I love traveling. I want to travel more. I can't wait till travel opens up. I eat goldfish. I do. Now I eat goldfish snack crackers. Those are one of my favorite snacks from the US. Recently I bought cream of wheat. It's like an old person breakfast from the US, but I love it. And I found a pack online on an auction site in Japan, and I bought it, and it was really good. I was very happy. I did. I thought kawaii was from the US for a while. Yeah, you probably thought I was eating actual goldfish. No, I don't. I wouldn't. Well, I probably would, to be honest. It's a fish. It's a fish. You can eat fish. Sweet baby rays. I did say that, senpai. So, my favorite food in the world, like #1 favorite food, is banana leaf curry. Malaysian banana leaf curry, because it's served on a banana leaf usually, and there's so many different kinds of curry you can have. They just like plop some rice on your plate, and then you have a whole bunch of sides like the goat milk and cucumber, or a mixed mint chutney, and then you just dump some curry on your rice, and you can eat it by hand, and it is I keep bumping myself, the best thing I've ever had in my life, hands down amazing. So I want to go back and eat that. I do really like the taste, not the taste, the smell of gasoline and toolboxes. I was like, I just read it. I forgot it already. Curry is my favorite food. Japanese curry is amazing. Indian curry is amazing. Yeah, so good. The good thing about Malaysia is there's so many different kinds of cuisines there. You got like Chinese Malaysian cuisine, so you can get like the xiaolong bao, like the best. You got like the India side of Malaysia, which you got like a bunch of curries and delicious things like that. And then you got like traditional Malay cooking, which is like a lot of fried stuff, but it's really, really good. So you can get like anything. Also foreign food is like really common there. Japanese curry is a little sweet. It's true. Everything's sweet in Japan. You buy like potato chips, they're sweet. My god, Cheetos in Japan are the worst things I've ever had. They're like sweet cheese puffs, disgusting. Not the taste of gasoline. I'm not drinking gasoline. Don't worry. I hate Japanese. Oh, you're right. I just seriously hate Japanese potato chips. Japan is good with some things, but they're awful with some other things. But, okay. I'm sleepy. So, this has been so fun. I can't believe I actually feel comfortable right now. I shouldn't say that. I do, though. I feel really comfortable, you guys. I feel really happy and relaxed right now, and I'm happy that I was able to get to that point, because I was like terrified when I started the stream. So I felt like I couldn't even breathe. I was like, and now I feel good. So thank you for being here with me on this stream. Thank you for being here on my 1-year anniversary. Dude, 2.5 hours. Your 2 got switched, but I see what you're saying. Yes. I was a little bit anxious. No, it's not true. I was a lot bit anxious. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you guys for coming. I was worried too. I was like, I didn't announce this in time because I didn't really decide on it until yesterday. I was like, I did not announce this in time. So what if nobody comes, you know? But I am. I'll be back to the avatar. I love this. This was so fun. I wouldn't mind trying to do more streams like this in the future, but like not common because it is a lot of effort. And I just like kind of gaming and not having to dress up for it. Right? I know. We are kind of on a bop. I announced it in the Discord, but I was still like, well, I didn't really push it. I was looking online at like a bunch of people who announced their 1 years, and they were like, they made images, graphics for it, and they were like, make sure you get the day off kind of thing. And I was like, well, I didn't do that. Maybe no one will come to my 1 year. But you guys did, and you guys are amazing. So thank you. Good night, senpai. Good night, everybody. Seriously, like, the support has absolutely blown me away. Like, I don't even know what to say. This has gone so much better than I thought it could possibly go. And it really means a lot. You guys really mean a lot. Like, your friendship, your being a part of this community, being a place for me to go and be like, these are my people. That's so helpful for me in my everyday life and like mental health, so ara. Bada bing, bada boom. Thank you, senpai. Good music. Thank you. DMCA free lo-fi. Okay, let me check out twitch.com. Who's online right now? I'm never awake this late. It's very late for me. It's a special day. Crow! Oh my god, Crow's going online. Alright, I'll throw you guys to Crow. Crow's amazing. Crow's been here like the whole time. I'm pretty sure Crow just like left chat and started their stream. He does amazing, but Crow like really, I just feel so good vibes right now. I want this community to stay together, and I feel like Crow is the one who really brings people together. Stay together. I'll be in that stream. Both my mods will be streaming together. They're amazing. I don't know why I'm still holding my phone. Sit down. Phone, sit down. Let me figure out how to type. I can type numbers now without worrying about my avatar's expression changing. So like, holy cow, thank you so much. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all of the subs and the biddies. Like, absolutely insane. I should really start saving up for the full body model. That's something I should make a goal. I'll really sit down and think about it. I'll probably end up talking about it when I stream next. I'm not sure if it'll be tomorrow. I might take tomorrow off since I'm streaming so long today. Like, switch my days off. But I'll be back Thursday for sure either way. So I'll probably talk about it more on Thursday. So thank you guys for making me feel welcome. Thank you guys for making me feel calm. Again, this was definitely out of my comfort zone. So seriously, like, you guys are the best. You guys are absolutely amazing. Changed my life. So thank you for that. And I'll see you next time. Have a great night. Bye bye.